share with everyone. A little trick to make the knitting more perfect. It will make the top and bottom of the fabric into a braid shape, and the edges of the fabric will be flatter. Another advantage of this hook method is that when we need to splice short knitted pieces, the needle insertion positions of the suture can be corresponded one by one. Splice the sewn fabric like this. A piece of fabric hooked out by the traditional method. What about the last row after the crocheting is done? It's in the shape of a braid. The side is wavy. What about the row of needles? It's like a flat braid. I did an 8-pin lock for the demonstration knitting. Let's first get to know the lock needle. The lock needle is also a standing needle. The front of the pin is in the shape of a miniature braid, so lock needles are also called braid needles. The curve on the back is called the inner shirt of the lock needle. The first row first stands a lock needle as a standing needle. Under normal circumstances, we are the left half of the upside down braid crochet short stitches, but here we need in the inner shirt part of the penultimate lock needle, crochet short stitch. That is to say, insertion position of the first row. It's the curved shirt behind the lock needle. This is how it's done. The lower edge is in the shape of a braid. In the second row, we also stand a lock needle as a standing needle. In order to let everyone know the needle insertion position more clearly. And here I made a little marker clasp. Hang the mark buckle on the upright pin, the left half of the braid, and on the 2 threads of the inner shirt on the back. These 2 wires. That's where the last needle in our next row goes in. Second row, first stitch, we turn the fabric clockwise. Note that the thread is above the fabric. The second row is 1-to-1 correspondence. Just crochet 8 short needles. Start in the third row. Every row after that, the insertion position of the last needle is about to change. We started crocheting, same as the third row. We are on the left half of the standing needle, on the 2 threads of the shirt. Hang a mark buckle, then turn the fabric clockwise. Note that the threads correspond 1-to-1 on the top of the fabric. Crochet 7 short needles at the position of the 8th pin. That's the last stitch in the third row. Insertion position here, no longer the last stitch. It's the 2 wires we put the mark on. I'll say later, if you don't put the mark buckle on it, how to find the position of these 2 wires. Under unskilled circumstances, it is recommended to make a mark with a mark buckle. It's time to hook the 4th row in the video. What about each row after that? We all turn the fabrics clockwise. The threads correspond 1-to-1 on the top of the fabric. Crochet the short stitch to the penultimate stitch position. The last stitch is inserted at the mark buckle position. Crochet short stitch. Just crochet back and forth according to this rule. So here's the thing, without the mark buckle, how to find this insertion position? Under normal circumstances, last stitch. We inserted the needle at the head of the braid needle in the previous row, but the insertion position of this method is on the left side of this braid. There is a thread. We can flip the fabric. You can see that there is an inverted V shape. Just take these 2 threads and crochet the short stitches. Okay, the short knitted piece hooked like this will be flatter.